Hey, John. Oh, hold on one second. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
John? Do you have a microphone just for him?
Welcome to Verizon.
I can't hear you. Call failed. Perfect. Hey, you want me to get his microphone and stick it on to Led's there? Yeah, you're good. I'm gonna put a microphone at you. Let me get John on.
Thank you.
It doesn't do that. We're not that fancy. All right. There you go. All right. Good evening. Thank you all for being here. This is the regularly scheduled council meeting for Fountain Inn on Thursday, April 10th. If y'all would please bow your head for the invocation. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and the rain that we are having for our lawns, our flowers, our gardens, and much more. We thank you for the blessing of living in this great community, of working with these great people, and serving our great residents. May your hand be upon us as we do your work today. And today, we keep in mind Mark Jones, who runs Cedar Falls Farm and has been a long time, is a Fountain Inn fan, lives just down the street as he celebrates the life of his wife these next 2 days, George Ann Jones. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Appreciate it. I do want to keep Mr. Jones in our purse. He's also on Canebrank's Fire Commission and was on Greenville County Planning Commission for our area. So I'm thinking of him. Their visitation is this evening. So just keeping them in our thoughts and prayers. First up is our presentation, audit presentation from Malden and Jenkins. Come on up. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Oh, I should say, sorry for the record, just that we've got councilmen up here, but we also have Mayor Pro Tem John Don on speakerphone, who could not be with us physically today. So just for those at home who may hear a voice echo from my phone, it's Mr. John Don. Go ahead.
So my name is David Yusufera. I was the manager on the audit of the city. So I'm sure you guys are all very excited to hear about the audit and what I have to say. I'll try to keep it short and not take up too much of your time. There's just a few things I want to get into. First off, just some required, or not some, I'm sorry, just to go into the report itself. We're issuing a clean opinion, unmodified opinion on the city. And with that, we have also conducted our audit in accordance with auditing standards generally accepted in the United States of America, which is the government auditing standards. So our audit is in accordance with those standards. And with that, this requires auditors to issue a report on our consideration of internal control over financial reporting, as well as over the city's financials. So in that report on internal control over financial reporting, we did have a finding of the general ledger and general accounting practices, which we can get into in a second here. So with that finding, it was for internal controls. Internal controls is a process designed to provide reasonable assurance about the achievement of an entity's objective with regard to the reliability of financial reporting, effectiveness and efficiency of operations, and compliance with applicable laws. So basically just making sure everything, having safeguards in place to make sure everything is running smoothly. What we found is just not a lack of internal controls, just where internal controls could be stronger. We found a few instances of accounting, reporting, and reconciling activity was not properly performed and reviewed during the fiscal year, which led to several adjusting journal entries throughout the audit. And that's just going to kind of extend the timeline of the audit as well when we run into those. But ultimately, we've communicated this with management. They've put in a plan to address this finding, and overall, it does not affect our opinion of the financials of the city. Next, we want to get into some required communications. So for the year ended June 30th, 2024, our audit was once again conducted in accordance with government auditing standards. Very important that I communicate that one. So we encountered no difficulties in dealing with management during the audit, and we encountered no disagreements with management during the audit. Kira and her team are very great to work with. We very much appreciate all they do and all they have done to help us out throughout the process. At the end of the audit, we requested written representation from management relating to the accuracy of the information included in the financial statements, and they were able to provide that to us with no issue. And because of that, once we received that, we're able to issue our opinion, which we have issued, and like I said, the unmodified opinion. And then I also would like to communicate that we are independent of the city and all related organizations in accordance with those auditing standards. So with, I think, I don't know how much everyone here has been briefed, but we have finalized our audit, and we've provided a finalized draft of the audit to Kira and Russ as of today. The only thing is we don't have our final PDF of the audit yet. We're still going through the processing portion of it with our admin team, but everything in this latest draft, the numbers are finalized, and we have issued our report and our opinion on the city. So everything's final. We just have to basically dot our I's and cross our T's to get that final PDF. So I don't know if we want to get into some numbers as well. I'm sure the general fund, we can just briefly go over that. Just sure that's mostly what people would want to hear about anyway. You have, for the fiscal year ended 2024, which June 30, 2024, there were $12.5 million in revenues. I believe 4.5 of that was related to property taxes, and 3 was related to licenses and permits. And then on top of that, you had 16.8 million in expenditures. And then with some other financing sources and uses, such as transfers between funds, you ended up, the fund balance decreased about $2 million, and the ending fund balance as of June 30th, 2024 for the general fund ended up being $3.3 million. Then you have your business type funds, so your natural gas and your sewer. They both combined together had about a net position of approximately 20.1 million. 17.4 of that is related to the city's net investment in capital assets. So that's going to be all the investment in capital assets, all of the capital assets that is recorded in the natural gas and the sewer funds, and then taken out is any debt that's related to those capital assets. So any bonds or anything of that nature. And then in those funds, there was about 12.8 million in operating revenue, and 11.6 in operating expense. Couple that with non-operating revenues of about 1.3, and the net position for those funds increased this year for about 1.7 million. Now, just for next year's, or I guess this year's fiscal year, ended June 30, 2025, there will be a new GASB standard, GASB 101. It's related to the recording of compensated absences, so it's just something to consider for this year, and we'll be working with Kira and her team to put that in place and help out along that process. But other than that, that's really all I had. I wanted to keep it short and sweet for you guys. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask.
Are there any questions for the auditor?
No, sir. Not at this time, no.
Thank you so much.
All right.
And I've reviewed it, and you know, if folks do have questions, please feel free to send Slatton or Sean or Kira. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to Courtney Lawrence, Keep Lawrence County Beautiful. Sorry, I couldn't remember who was next.
Good afternoon, everyone. Council, thank you for having me here tonight. I'm glad to be here, and I'm here to just come and tell you what Keep Lawrence County Beautiful has been doing, what kind of reports we have, and to thank y'all for your support in being funding partners in Keep Lawrence County Beautiful. My name is Courtney Stonell. I am the Keep Lawrence County Beautiful Affiliate Coordinator. That's a whole mouthful. But I do all litter prevention and education and I work under the foundation of the Chamber of Commerce of Lawrence as a nonprofit. For the past 3 years, I've been so grateful for GP's guidance in getting this up and going. He's been there from the beginning, helping create this for Lawrence County. And so I'm glad I can be the first in this position and come and tell you what all we've had going on. I did leave on everybody's seat. You'll have a packet with the 2024 annual report. I'm not going to go through and take all y'all's time tonight. Y'all can look through and see what all we've had going on. I will say we picked up over 6,000 pounds of litter last year just from volunteers, and that's just what's reported. And then over 90,000 is what DOT picked up, and I work closely with them to keep them numbers and report them to the public. We had over 381 volunteers throughout the year, and so that's pretty impressive if you have to deal with getting volunteers. That's an awesome number. So, and again, I'll let you go through that and see what all we have going on. So what I'm here tonight is I'm here to tell y'all, I'm here to serve y'all, and what can I do to help y'all. But some of the things we have going on that we're encouraging the community to get involved in. So if you know of any groups that like to volunteer, please give them my information. One is we do a Community Champion Award quarterly. And that's kind of an opportunity to highlight community members that have been picking up litter for so long. And it may not even be litter, just caring about our environment and being stewards of the earth. Next, I want to encourage everybody, it's April, we are doing a Upstate Earth Month. This is our 3rd year. Last year, we picked up over 60,000 pounds of trash across the upstate. So we're hoping to grow that even more. I work closely with Summer, who is the Keep Greenwood County Beautiful Coordinator. So we work closely on that since we get to share this county together, which is a privilege. So I'm so glad to get to work with her I know I'm just a little part, but I'm here to do whatever I can for y'all. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. I know y'all do have a Earth Day cleanup going on, but we're encouraging everybody, if you have a church group or know somebody that just wants to get involved, we encourage you to get them to pick up during the month of April and report the bags. Either they can report it to Keep Lawrence County Beautiful or Keep Greenville County Beautiful, and it'll all go towards the same numbers. The other thing that we have is we do a Prisma Health Plogging Challenge. We did the first challenge in November. However, I'm trying to make this a known thing. Does anybody know what plogging is? Besides, you don't count GP because I've already taught you this. Yes. So plogging is it's jogging and picking up trash, picking up litter. I do not jog. You do not have to jog. You can walk. Me and my child, we go on just walk around the neighborhood and pick up trash. And it's that simple. We've created a Facebook account where we're encouraging people to go in there and track their miles that they walk and take a picture of the trash that you pick up, just showing people getting involved and creating, that community. I know on y'all's residence page, y'all have somebody that picks up very often and posts it on there very often. I'm trying to get her in my group, so. And I have a QR code you can scan in the paper that's inside the report. So, and all that's on Facebook. The other thing that I'm here to talk to you tonight about is, Keep America Beautiful. I'm an affiliate of Keep America Beautiful. So, they're doing the Greatest American Cleanup. And what they're doing is they're encouraging, their goal is to pick up, I had it down here, they had a very large goal, 25 billion pieces of trash between now and our 250th birthday coming up on July 4th. So they're really encouraging everybody to get out. And while people are going and doing these tours for the historic sites, they're riding around looking at a beautiful community. And so this is probably one of the largest initiatives of this that we've had on this type of scale. So we're encouraging everybody to get involved in that. So if you know of someone, you can also, on the back of my newsletter, I have another nice QR code that you can go and they're encouraging people to go take the pledge and get involved that way. So if Fountain Inn wants to be involved in that, I highly recommend it, and I'm here to help support it however I can. That is, I'm not going to take up any more of y'all's time. Like I said, everything else is in the report. And does anybody have any questions for me?
Thank you, Courtney. I want to thank you for all your work. Courtney's actually won a couple of awards for her work doing this. If y'all might remember, a long time ago, about 4 years ago, I guess, every city, the three major cities in Lawrence County and the county, as well as Lawrence County Development Corporation, help fund and continue to fund each year, Keep Lawrence County Beautiful under the chamber, to help keep our county clean. And you sold yourself short. I think you said y'all did 6,000 pounds with volunteers. You did 16,000
Yes.
with volunteers. So,
Thank you, GP.
over 106,000 pounds of trash in the last year alone. So thank you, Courtney, for all you do to help
Thank you to
keep
my
Lawrence
chair.
County.
My
Yes.
chair corrected me. That's what
Yes,
you're here
fine.
for. Thank you.
Yeah, I have the pleasure of being I get so far forever board chair. Of
We'll
Keep
talk about
Lawrence
that
County
later.
Beautiful. But it's my pleasure. So thank you, Courtney, so much.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up is the U.S. Small Business Administration. Good evening.
Good evening, council members. Thank you for having me, first and foremost. My name is LaToya Carter, and I hail from Tampa, Florida, by way of Charlotte. So, first of all, I wanted to just say that I'm here to kind of remind, but also inform that the U.S. government Small Business Administration has extended the deadline for the physical disaster loans that are being presented to your community as a result of Tropical Storm Helene. The original deadline was actually, I believe, January of this year. It was opened back up and extended to April 27th. It is important to note that the Small Business Administration is not just for small businesses. If there is a homeowner that lost their home or experienced just extensive damage, they too can apply for a small business loan up to $500,000 for their homestead. If they are renters and they've experienced damage as a result or loss of their property as a result of the tropical storm, they can get up to $100,000. That also includes students that may have been in school, in college, that have been affected by the storm if in fact the college or the institution was impacted by the storm. That student can also apply for a loan up to $100,000 outside of anything their parents applied for. For example, like I was in Tennessee, there were some students that lost their cars as a result of the flooding. They could actually apply for a small business loan and get it and buy an actual car in cash and have up to 30 years to pay that loan back with the interest rate of 0 to 4%. Which it also includes your small businesses or your medium-sized businesses. If they have been impacted by the storm, they can also apply for a loan up to $2 million, and that is, in fact, to help them build back better. So I have some flyers here. I have my business card here. I am going to leave this with you all. If you could please put this on your social media or just spread the word, because there are those who have been impacted and they feel like, well, maybe my situation is not as bad as someone else's. So they don't apply. And I'm not gonna say the bad thing, but all good things must come to an end. So once we're gone and we're no longer in the area, you cannot apply for any of the financial assistance in order to help you build back your homestead and or business. So it's important to do so while the deadline is extended, which is April 27th. And the EIDL, which is just for small businesses or just for businesses in general, which is the financial component, is extended until June 30th of this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We
Any
appreciate
questions?
it.
No?
Questions? No. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. All right. Some new employees to welcome. Mr. Slatton, I'll turn over to you to welcome Bryson.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm very excited to introduce Bryson Taylor, and I can't overstate that enough. Bryson came to us from Clinton, and he's been here for a couple weeks, and he's jumped in with both feet and doing a fantastic job, and already learning a whole lot and teaching his crew the right way to do things. Bryson?
Yes, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Regretfully, Daniel Stone, we call him Shane, he couldn't make it tonight. He had a family issue come up. He comes to us from SCDOT, got a great construction background, heavy equipment operation experience. He's fit into the crew great, so we're glad to have him as well. And again, thank you for letting me part of the team.
Thank you, Bryson. Thank you. Welcome to the team officially. Yes, sir. Next up is public forum. We had no one signed up to speak, so we're on to the consent agenda. It's the minutes of the regularly scheduled council meeting on March 13th and the special called on March 24th. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Garrett. Second,
Second.
Mr. Sanders. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Next up is, well, not Mr. Bell, Mr. Slatton. Your report of Mr. Bell's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Lane closures have begun to support the Main Street Streetscape project and will remain in effect for the duration of the work. Stormwater construction and hardscape demolition are now underway. The construction and community relation teams are actively keeping downtown businesses informed about the schedules and potential impacts. The project is expected to be completed in November of 2025. The plans for the Wall Street parking lot have been finalized and submitted to the Department of Environmental Services for review. The bidding process will begin once the required permits are obtained, and we aim to have the project out to bid by the end of April. The 19th annual McArnold Cornbread and Collard Greens Blue Festival is set to take place this Saturday, April 12th from 12 to 6 p.m. The Earth Day cleanup is scheduled for April 22nd from 9 to 11 a.m. Participants will begin at Emmanuel Sullivan Sports Complex and walk to the designated cleanup sites. The Italian American Heritage Festival will be held on Saturday, April 26th from noon till 6 p.m. For the police department will be sponsoring the Superhero 5K for Autism on April 26th at 7:45 a.m. The 26th Annual Community Patrol Golf Classic is scheduled for May 21st, featuring a shotgun start at noon at the Carolina Springs Golf Course. The registration for both events is available at the Fountain Inn website, on the Fountain Inn website. The citywide spring cleaning organized by Public Works is set to run from the 1st through the 23rd of May. Residents are reminded that registration for the spring clean services is required. Please visit our website for more details and to sign up. For recreation, our 55-plus program will have a scavenger hunt at Cedar Falls Park on April 17th, and spring sports are actively underway. Young Center is playing the His Life the Musical from 4 to 19 April. The Fountain Inn Chamber of Commerce will host its annual membership dinner on Tuesday, April 15th from 5 to 8:30 p.m. at the Activity Center. And the museum will host a Low Country Bowl fundraiser on Thursday, 5 June from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Slatton. Any questions or comments from Mr. Slatton? Seeing none, we'll move on. We have no unfinished business. We have 3 items for new business, which is first and final reading of Resolution 2025-03, which directs the Planning Commission for the City of Fountain Inn to conduct one or more studies and make recommendations regarding the development of an impact fee ordinance. Mr. Slatton.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the first and final reading of Resolution 2025-03, directing the Planning Commission of the City of Fountain Inn to conduct one or more studies and make recommendations regarding development of an impact fee ordinance. In recent years, our area has experienced remarkable growth to prioritize the health and welfare of the residents. The city aims to investigate fees that can help alleviate the strain on public services. To ensure the provisions of essential services such as parks, public safety, and recreation, the council would direct the Planning Commission in this resolution to conduct studies and make recommendations in accordance with the South Carolina Development Impact Fee Act by April 30th, 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Slatton. Is there a motion to approve on first and final reading Resolution 2025-03?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Thomason. Second,
Second.
Mr. Sanders. Any questions or comments from Mr. Slatton? Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I just want to make sure I'm not ignoring you. Do you have anything on this?
I don't want to jump the line, and certainly appreciate you all letting me join via phone. I'm sorry that I can't be there in person. Can you hear me okay?
I think so.
Okay. I don't necessarily have a question for Mr. Slatton. Thank you for bringing this. I think from my point of view, I'm anxious to learn more about this proposal and what this could look like. And to that extent, I would like to see what the planning commission sees about this proposal, what their thoughts are, what this study uncovers, so that we might be able to be more informed on this issue for our residents. I'm interested in what our residents feel about this. So I see this more as an opportunity to become more educated and more informed on the issue of impact fees rather. And I appreciate this opportunity to impanel the planning commission to undertake this study.
Thank you, Mr. Don. Yeah, I think for the public to know, this is just the study. This will come back with a recommendation on a fee amount and how that breaks down. So this is not necessarily imposing an impact fee tonight, but this will give us a recommendation on what to consider. And we'll, of course, go into a lot more greater detail when that ordinance is before us. Any other questions or comments from council? Hearing or seeing none. All those in favor of Resolution 2025-03, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Next up is item B, first and final reading of Resolution 2025-04, which is the National Fitness Campaign. Mr. Slatton.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the first and final reading of Resolution 2025-04, which is an agreement for the city of Fountain Inn to adopt and allocate funds for the installation of an outdoor fitness court as part of the National Fitness Campaign. On May 9th, 2024, City Council approved the Master Parks Plan, which recommended the addition of outdoor fitness facilities at Fairview Park. Fountain Inn has successfully applied for and secured a $30,000 grant from the National Fitness Campaign. The agreement requires a pledge to contribute a local match of $175,000. We are currently pursuing a public-private partnership with a local organization to help fund this portion of the local match. This initiative represents a crucial advancement in promoting community health and wellness, positioning Fountain Inn as a leader in providing accessible fitness opportunities.
Thank you, Mr. Slatton. Is there a motion to approve on first and final reading Resolution 2025-04? Thank you, Mr. Garrett. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Sanders. Questions or comments? I know we won't, the likelihood is very high that we will not be funding the 100% of that local match commitment, correct? We're just not, haven't pinned that yet,
We
correct?
have not finalized any agreement yet.
Okay, but yeah.
Are we working on any agreement with anybody?
Absolutely. We have a good lead on a partnership, but we just haven't finalized it yet. We've got a verbal commitment, but we're still waiting for paperwork to follow through before we go any further.
Is this something that has to be done tonight? I mean, I'd kind of like to know what we're
Yeah.
going to look for.
Yeah, Mr. Slatton, yeah.
Um,
I wasn't sure if there was a timeline associated with this.
There is a timeline that we have to make the commitment to secure the grant, and we have certain timelines, and we have, our next timeline was June, so we have this thing moving and dedicated the funds for it, for the agreement with the National Fitness Campaign.
So to Mr. Thomason's point, we could kind of see if we can ink that deal before the May council meeting.
That is
That
correct.
wouldn't injure the process.
That's correct.
Okay. Is
I
that
would make a motion
to postpone?
move it, postpone it, or whatever, it's table, whatever.
So Mr. Sanders makes a motion to postpone to May, this item. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Thomason. Any questions on, I think that's a debatable motion, not that it's, not that I'm looking to debate, but that's the term. Just make sure there's any questions on postponing that. Mr. Don, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All those in favor of postponing till May, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And any opposed? The ayes have it. Next up is item C, approval of Greenville County Agreement for Automatic and Mutual Aid with the City of Fountain Inn Fire Department. Mr. Slatton.
Thank you, Mayor. The mutual aid agreement aims to enhance collaboration with and deliver hazardous materials protection, technical rescue operations, and backup fire protection services throughout the various districts in Greenville County. This agreement outlines the services, equipment, and protocols that enables a fire department to request and receive additional assistance when necessary. The mutual aid agreement will be effective immediately and remain in effect until December 31st, 2029.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Slatton on this one? Yeah, all right, it's pretty routine for us. I'll make a motion to approve the Greenville County Agreement for Automatic and Mutual Aid. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Thomason. Any questions or comments? Seeing none. All those in favor of the agreement, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. We have 2 items for executive session. After coming out of executive session, council may vote on items discussed during executive session. I need a motion to go in executive session for the receipt of legal advice where the legal advice relates to a pending threat or potential claim or other matters covered by attorney-client privilege, 610 Northwoods Drive. And also for the discussion of employment, appointment, compensation, promotion, demotion, discipline, or release of employee related to administration, finance, and human resources department. Is there a motion to go in executive session for those reasons? Thank you, Mr. Sanders. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Garrett. Any questions on that motion? Hearing, seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. We will head into executive session. Thank you all. I'm going to put you on mute, John. I'll take you off.